Alright, hello sports fans, ASMR Sports here. I'm down in my original kind of recording setup, minus the little desk lamp that I normally used. I actually brought that up to my new setup and didn't want to haul it back down here, but I'll probably bring that back down because I'm not using it with my new setup. In any event, I thought I would do a video here and a pre-recorded video at that because I've been doing a lot of live streaming. And people, I think, appreciate the recorded videos from time to time, so I'll be working those back in the mix here. I have a number of kind of wacky boxes that I picked up specifically for doing recorded videos, so I'll be getting through those. I got a couple hockey boxes, I got a Star Wars box, I got another Donruss soccer box, and I got this guy, which is a wrestling box. But first, I want to go over my next break that will be on the site, hotcardboard.com, for breaking on this ASMR channel. By the way, I didn't turn my notifications off, so you may hear some noises. Hopefully you will not hear too many. But alright, so I want to go over what's in the next break. This will be a premium basketball break that was requested by some of the folks on the last basketball break I did, which was kind of a mix of like sort of premium and more pedestrian things, but everything in here is fairly high-end. It's all hobby stuff. So I want to show you what's in it. I want to tell you a little bit about the format of the break and what the pricing will be. So there will be 4 boxes in this break. The first is going to be this bad boy. This is a 2018-19 Revolution Chinese New Year. 12 packs, and therefore 12 Chinese New Year parallels in here. And then there's also, as you can see on the top there, exclusive emerald and hollow gold parallels. I've opened one box of this, and I don't think I got any of those parallels. So it'd be cool to pull some of those. I opened one of these boxes in my Lucamania video. Alright, second box is 2019 Chronicles hobby box. So this has a bunch of nicely numbered parallels in it. Only 48 cards in the whole box, so pretty low quantity of cards in here. Base Gala insert numbered 8. So yeah, looking forward to opening this. I can't remember if I've opened any of these hobby boxes. I ordered a bunch when they came out, and I got totally robbed on the price. I think I paid like $900, which at the time was a deal because they were like selling for $1,000 plus elsewhere. But yeah, I snatched a bunch at like about $900, and these are going for like about $650 now. And I want to speak a little bit about kind of pricing and how I price these breaks. This is 2019 Optic Contenders. There's only 6 cards in a box, but 1 autograph per box. And I've not opened any of this stuff, so I'm kind of excited to see what these look like in person. So, check those out. And then this is another box that I'd opened on my Lucamania video. So this is Panini Threads premium box, 15 cards. Every card in here is serial numbered. There are 2 autos, 2 rookies, and 5 inserts. So pretty cool stuff. So now I want to talk about pricing for this break. So basically what I do, I wanted to explain to people kind of how I price the breaks. Basically what I've been doing so far is like looking up, the retail price of each product that goes into the break. typically I'll use like blowout pricing. Just add all that up, divide it by the number of spots in the break, and there you go. And I actually have not been adding any like, percentage on top of that for, whatever, tipping or shipping or whatever the hell. Although when you do buy through my site, you are paying a shipping fee if you buy a spot that's less than $150. If you buy a spot or multiple spots that add up to $150 on my site, you're paying no shipping. So I feel like I'm pretty competitive with the pricing of these breaks, because like pretty much every breaker is charging you, I guess, like 10 to 20% on top of the price of the product, the retail price of the product, to do the break. But I have not been doing that. And I will say another thing, like this box here, this sells for $1,000 on Blowout, which kind of shocked me because that's like crazy expensive. However, when I price this for pricing out the spots in the break, I'm only valuing it at what I'm selling it for on my site, hotcardboard.com, which is like $659, I think. So if you added up the sort of blowout price of all this stuff and divided by the number of spots, the spots would be worth way more than what I'm selling them for, just for that reason alone. But like everything else, I've kind of gone by blowout pricing. So I think I've priced it like $415 of value, which is what it sells for at blowout. This is like whatever, 650 something. And this is like $399.99, which is blowout pricing. So anyways, so generally that's how I'll price breaks, and I will not add kind of, whatever value on top of that for, myself. So I'm basically just getting rid of these for their retail pricing and, doing it in a break form. But it allows me to get rid of some product, which is good. So in any event, when I price this out, doing like the blowout pricing for everything and then my pricing on Hot Cardboard for this, it basically comes out to like, if I do 15 spots, which is what I want to do for this break, so that'd be 2 teams each spot. Then each spot is like $152. So I'm gonna price these at an even like $150, and therefore they will all qualify for free shipping. So I guess another bonus there. I do realize that $150 a spot is not, anything to sneeze at. That is a very expensive amount of money for a lot of people. I appreciate that. I hope that we, fill relatively easily, despite that. But there are some pretty sweet cards that you can get in these products. And again, I think I'm given a pretty good value for the price of each spot. So I will post the link to do for the break. I just want to have these up while I'm babbling about this, but I'll post the link for the page where you can buy a spot or multiple spots in the break on hotcardboard.com. Again, you get 2 random teams per spot that you buy. We'll use random.org, and the teams will just be totally random. I will say that our friend Tim Bartlett, who's been actively participating in the breaks so far, and who has been commenting when we've been doing the breaks, it suggested to me something that I thought was a really good idea, but I don't think it'll work so much in this break. But like, the idea was to do breaks where you like divide the teams into the top teams and then the bottom teams. So like 15 of the best teams in the NBA, at least for purposes of valuing the cards in the break, and then 15 of the worst teams, and then like assigning everybody like one team from each of those groups. So that would be the fairest. However, I didn't really know how to do that, since these boxes in this break span multiple years. So, some stuff is 2018, some stuff is 2019. And, 2018 for the Grizzlies is going to be not so great. Actually, it's not bad. But for the Grizzlies in 2019, it'll be way better because, John Morant is in 2019, but not 2018. And, the Pelicans would be totally useless in 2018. But in 2019, it would be one of the best teams you can get. So I didn't know how to group. I didn't know if I could group teams at all, based on that when I'm crossing years. So we're just going to do a flat out random break. You get 2 teams every spot you buy, and it'll be $150 per spot. So, all right, that's that. I hope that's an interesting break for people. I hope we can sell a bunch of spots and do that fairly soon, because I'd love to get into those cards. And I should be posting later this week on our first ever football break. I'm just waiting for a couple of things to come in from my distributor, so I have them in hand when I announce that, and can show you those boxes as well, just as I've done here. All right, there you go. That's the basketball break, and our next break on the show. Now I want to open this Money in the Bank 2019 WWE trading cards. This set, I don't know what the hell that means, Money in the Bank. I think that's the name of a guy maybe. But what is the okay, relive the greatest Money in the Bank moments. Yeah, it's funny, I should have done some research. I'm gonna start researching every time I do something weird like this, to see what the hell Money in the Bank is. Is it a show? A WWE show that's a certain day a week or a month or something, or is it this guy, or is it a kind of a crew? I just don't know. But there's multiple people on here, so that suggests there's multiple people involved with this set, and therefore Money in the Bank probably means something that's more than one guy. But we'll see. Alright, so this one thing that's nice about these is that it has 4 hits per master box with 3 guaranteed autographs, so that's really good. That's very favorable. I don't know who in the hell I would get that's good. So you WWE fans are going to have to help out here. Let us know what's up. So there's 2 mini boxes in here, which seems to be the kind of standard protocol for a lot of these Topps wrestling sets. This is also the format that they use for Topps Chrome Baseball. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. Bunch of parallels in here. Bronze, green, blue, purple, gold, black, red, and then lots of parallels of different subsets and parallels of autos. Alright, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's funny, the packs are all kind of money themed, currency themed. I should have opened that one, that graded currency note pack that I did on Leukemania. I should have opened that when I did this. It would have really fit the theme. Okay, so these are not Topps Chrome looking cards. They're just sort of, thin, standard, flagship Topps cards. Alright, Samoa Joe. Let's see if we can sort of surmise what the hell Money in the Bank means. The Samoan submission specialist has competed in one Money in the Bank ladder match as of 2019. Okay, got it. So Money in the Bank is one of the events, I guess, that they do in WWE. Gosh, I'm trying to think what the other events are called. Oh man, God. gosh, I can't believe they're all like escaping my mind because I've watched some of these on pay-per-view. Well, like WrestleMania, you know, is sort of the classic example of a WWE event that's like an all-day thing. But I think Money in the Bank is kind of like when they have like those cage matches, or when they have, oh god, what's that thing where they sort of you start with one wrestler and then you just send in like people every like few minutes, and then it's like kind of the last man standing is the winner. I don't know what the format of Money in the Bank, but it's basically, you know, it's an event, I guess, I gather. Alright, I'm not gonna read the rest. Tony Nese, Becky Lynch, Bray Wyatt. Interesting. So I think there's like a chain where they put a briefcase of presumably lots of money, and you gotta fight other wrestlers to get up to that. There's a nice numbered Shinsuke Nakamura, numbered to 99. Okay, so this is good. This is actually a little better than I was imagining. This might be because I presume that like all the main wrestlers in WWE have participated in one Money in the Bank event or another, which is good because I wouldn't want to, like, you know, be excluding certain wrestlers from this product if I'm hoping to get somebody good. So we got Booker T, we got Paige, we got Sonya Deville, Sheamus, Apollo Crews. Interesting. This looks like a gold parallel. I don't see a numbering though. Interesting, because this other one did not have a gold, but it had this one. Interesting. The golds were like pretty rare. 1 in 142 packs. I don't know if that's what this is or what, but I would think this would be numbered if it was really 1 in 142 packs. Let's see what the green's numbered at. 1 in 15. Huh. So if those are numbered to like, was that 99? Then the gold should be numbered to like really low number. I don't know what's going on, but let's open some more and hope the answer makes itself apparent. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you all have been enjoying the live streams. You know, I have been making some announcements. Oh, look at this. We got a redemption, Luke Gallows. Alright, so, and then another gold. Okay, these cannot be like 1 in 142 packs. Maybe it's bronze. Yeah, those are bronze parallels, okay, because they're 1 in 2 packs. Alright, who is our... oh, this is pretty cool, I think. Base card autograph variation green parallel of Rowan. I don't know exactly who Rowan is, but I think that's a pretty good wrestler. And let's just look at the autograph parallels here and see how rare that green is. Autograph variation parallels right here, green, 1 in 21. So, not super rare, but, you know, it's better than a base parallel. So that's pretty cool. So that's one of our autographs. We got 2 more coming. But anyways, I was just saying, yeah, I've been making some announcements on my live streams. Like, one, the announcements I made recently is that I'm going to have to be turning ads on my videos, which I haven't ever done, because apparently YouTube is going to be adding ads to every channel, and if you don't, like, you know, have them turned on your channel, then they just put them there anyways, and then they just collect all the money and keep it themselves, I guess. Thanks, YouTube. Appreciate that. Way to look out for the little guy. Freaking bastards. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, I've thought about putting ads on. I just think it's like annoying and doesn't make me any money really, because I just don't have enough like views. But you know, whatever. If they're gonna force my hand, then you know, I'll just have to do it, I guess. Sheamus. I think I'm gonna take out the green and the hits. So that was one announcement. I'm not sure what other announcements I've made, but special on Ric Flair. Um, on hot cardboard to see if I can do some sweet deals for y'all. The problem I'm having right now is I don't really know, like, if you just use, so the site that I use to host my site is called Shopify, which is like a very popular, commonly used e-commerce site. But if you just have Shopify, like kind of the base configuration, there's really not a lot of like fancy features in it. And like one thing I'd want to do if I had a Black Friday's sale was like have like purchase limits for deals, because if I have like 10 boxes of something and I want to sell it for like dirt cheap, I don't want someone to come and just like buy all 10 boxes, because then nobody else gets a great deal and that would suck. And the point of doing those kinds of specials is so you can, you know, kind of spread it around a little bit. Okay, we got our shirt relic. Jimmy Uso, number to 199. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So yeah, so like I'm gonna have to go and like maybe get kind of like a plugin or extension to Shopify to be able to do what I want to do. And if I can't, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, I was seeing if I had a Rowan card because I wanted to see if I could get a little biographical info. Alright, so we've got 2 hits so far, and I believe it was 4 hits per box and 3 autos, so we should have 2 autos in here, and that will be the final 2 hits. So looking forward to those. Alright, so Black Friday ads on videos, upcoming breaks. What else? I don't know. By the way, so I'm gonna tell you guys something that is gonna be a moment of vulnerability here, and it relates to wrestling, because I recently signed up for an exercise program that you do online. You know, there's like an app for it or whatever. And I signed up for this one because, you know, I've sort of, I mean, I've done like, you know, different like kind of movement and exercise, you know, like things over the years. I mean, I've done weightlifting programs. I've like tried to do yoga, and you know, I got like a exercise bike not too long ago, which I haven't really used that much. But what I really wanted was something that was kind of, you know, kind of like yoga, but would really, like I have a sort of a hip issue that really limits my flexibility in one of my hips. So it means like a lot of very basic yoga stuff is like next to impossible for me. Like the idea of sitting down in a cross-legged position, they call that lotus position in yoga, but like sitting down like that, just like with your legs folded, you know, like every kid on earth does. Like that's basically impossible for me. My hip will not fold like that. It's just like, you know, just not gonna happen. So like every yoga, you know, class on earth, like that's, you sit, like that's where you start, like that's the most basic thing. So I'm like, man, this just sucks. I need like some kind of, you know, kind of yoga like program that that is gonna like really be really flexible in terms of oh, look at that. Sheamus Black, 4 to 5, very nice. I feel like I'm getting his cards a lot, so like it must be fairly decent. Okay, anyway, so I'm like, you know, I'd really love to have a program that would kind of help me with flexibility and be really like, you know, like start like super basic and not, you know, require me to do a thing that I can't even do as the most basic step. So anyways, I started seeing like ads for this thing called DDP yoga. And once you like click on a link for something like that, or like anything online, all of a sudden like you're just inundated with ads, because like that's just how like these ad servers work. Like if you click on a link in whatever just searching for it on Google or whatever, you just go to their page, like it sets a cookie, and then like there are companies that basically just serve ads out to people, and once like they know that you've looked at a particular ad, they will then show you that ad like anywhere you go that buys ads or that serves ads through that service. So like you go on Facebook and you see nothing but ads from that place you visited like a week ago. I mean, everybody's experienced this. So anyways, I was just seeing the ad more and more for this DDP yoga, and I checked it out, and it seemed like kind of what I was looking for. Like it starts out very basic, but then they have like videos of kind of like before and after, like before, during, and after of people who've done these programs. And like there was this one guy who like, I don't know, like looked like he was paralyzed almost. He couldn't like barely walk, but then he was just doing like this program for like I don't know, a year or a year and a half or something. All of a sudden the guy's doing like frickin' splits upside down and all sorts of like crazy. Oh yeah, this was a guy who like had an injury, and they said like he would never even walk, but he's like doing effing kung fu and shit by the end of this. I'm like, yeah, I gotta check that out. So I checked it out, got seeing all the ads, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna really think about this. But the thing is, like, DDP yoga stands for Diamond Dallas Page, who is a former pro wrestler. He's the guy that kind of came up with this. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I like saw this. I saw this because I watched a ooh, nice. Gosh, what is me? I get like, I think this is like the second Bray Wyatt card I've ever pulled out of like I don't know, probably 4 wrestling boxes I've opened. So Bray Wyatt's like really good. This is numbered to 199. It's not a parallel, I don't think. It's like the base. But that's a sweet hit. That's a sweet hit. This is a really good box. I'm excited. Anyway, so there's this documentary about Jake the Snake Roberts, who is another very well-known wrestler from like the 80s. And, he has had some really bad kind of substance, like addiction problems. I think it's basically he's an alcoholic. And, he was just doing terrible, and getting really unhealthy and kind of knocking on death's door. And he was just getting really out of shape and was, just in a terrible condition. And they started to do this documentary about him. And, like, Diamond Dallas Page kind of comes into that documentary and, helps Jake the Snake with, just sort of, getting on a plan for, physical improvement, and which ultimately, is really aimed at kind of getting your mental health back on track for him. And anyway, so yeah, I remember, Diamond Dallas Page being in that, and he had worked with other kind of people who had really had a lot of struggles in life, not necessarily professional wrestlers, but other kind of athletes, or like, former military folks who may have like injuries from their service and stuff like that. So I remember seeing him in that and thinking, oh, that was cool. So anyways, that's my story. Now I'm a DDP yoga guy. John Cena. It's funny, I just saw him in a video. One of the things I've been watching recently is Dave Portnoy's Barstool Sports One Bite Pizza reviews. I don't know why, but I don't know, I find them kind of entertaining. And Dave Portnoy is from Boston, where I lived for 15 years. So I'm kind of, I don't know, drawn to, like when he does Massachusetts pizza joints and stuff, just kind of because I've heard of a lot of them. see what he says about them. But anyways, John Cena was like a guest on one of these reviews. It's kind of funny. Wait a minute, Ronda Rousey is a professional wrestler now. Wow, I didn't know that. She was, of course, the famous UFC fighter who was like really, really good. And then kind of fell off. Alright, final card. Ooh, look at that, purple. So I'm pretty sure I've heard of AJ Styles, which means he must be pretty good, because I haven't heard of many. That's a sweet autograph. I like that. And this is a purple, number 25, so let's go take a look at how rare that is. Anyways, I've only been doing DDPY yoga for like about a week, but I really like it so far. I mean, it starts it's cool because you can start as like, slow and just basic as you want, or you can start, kind of in the middle, or you can start like, pretty advanced. And so I think there's like 4 or 5 levels you can choose from, and you can kind of switch back and forth if you want to try them out. And like the most basic level is like you're laying in bed, and you can like move your arm, and that's like it, so like this program, like, is pretty much for, anybody who's breathing. And I like that a lot, because even though I'm pretty physically active, like parts of my exercise needs, I'm looking at the wrong effing thing, require me to be pretty basic, so you can kind of like, do what you want. Select the parts that you think are, more appropriate for you if they're more basic, and then do more advanced stuff with the rest of it. So anyways, I don't know, I like it. I'm not going to sell you on it, but I think it's pretty cool if you're, I'm just going to look at here real quick. Autograph variation, purple, 1 in 80 packs. Wow, so we finished strong. That was pretty sweet. Put that in our heads. So yeah, if you're kind of struggling with finding an exercise program that you think kind of meets you where you're at, I would encourage you to check that out. DDPY Yoga. I got like a special, and it was like, I think like 20 or 25% off, and I bought a year, which was like normally $110 maybe for the year, and then it was like 25% off that, so it was only like $80 some. So that's pretty cheap, I think. I mean, especially if I'm going to use it. I don't even want to tell you how many, like, I have multiple gym memberships, because I play tennis, so I gotta have a membership for that. And then, like, there's like a gym closer to my house where I used to, like, do weights and stuff. So I had like that membership. I used to have a third membership because there was like another club that has the only pool in town, like the public indoor pool in town, or at least the only one that's like reasonably close to me. So at one point I had like 3 memberships. It was out of control. Now I only have 2, but I really need to get down to like 1, because I don't even go to one of them anymore because of COVID stuff. But yeah. So anyways, check that out if you're looking for, to kind of get into a routine of like exercise, whether it be for strength, whether it be for kind of like weight loss, whether it be for flexibility, or whether it just be to kind of like the one reason I'm sorry to be talking about this so much, but honestly, guys, this is the important shit in life, because like if you're not healthy physically, you're gonna have a real time being healthy mentally. And I've struggled with kind of, I mean, I've always been relatively active. I mean, I've played one sport or another for pretty much my whole life, like all my adult life too. So like I'm pretty active, but you gotta do stretching, and you gotta have like like programs that keep your core strong, and like keep your spine healthy. And like yoga's the best for that, but like I said, I mean, I have my issues with like kind of regular yoga, and I feel like this DDPY stuff is pretty cool. So anyways, if that helps anybody get to a better place. place in their life, then God bless. Maybe we could start like a group for everybody who wants to do that. Because I actually don't know if I've figured this out yet. But I think most like exercise programs, whether it be like Peloton or I don't know what the hell else, anything that's like, through an app, you can like have like groups of people and, like kind of like a social network. Maybe we can start a ASMR yoga, ASMR DDP yoga group. AJ Styles. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm pretty pleased with this box. I really just don't know what any of the values might be worth here, but I'll be looking that up, and you wrestling heads will let me know. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, 4 out of 5. That's cool. You got some sweet autos, including a number to 25. I mean, hard to go wrong. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know what I paid for this box, but I feel like it was probably like $60 or $70. I think it was pretty cheap, or I probably would not have bought a wrestling box for like $100. So yeah, I'm psyched. That was fun. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you learned something about fitness. You are excited to get in this premium basketball break that I want to fill up and get rocking as soon as I can, and that you enjoyed these fine wrestling cards I have here. I had a fair number of requests for like wrestling and UFC stuff, so I'm glad I can finally get around to some of that. I don't have any UFC cards that I really am planning to open, unfortunately, so I apologize for that. But there you have it. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch y'all later. Have a great one, and stay safe out there.